I fucking love you. Hi, guys. I'm here. I'm back. I don't know what I got going on with this hair right now, but I have missed you so much. I am a little green right now. I haven't done a live in so long. So, and I've been going through so much since the last time that I've been on here and connecting with you guys. And I've lost touch with the divine masculine inside of me, the action-oriented, just I've been really afraid to be seen and to be heard. And I just got the energy of the fuck-its today, where I just needed to come on and get this out of my system and just do it. And just do it. I just needed to decide to come on here and just do it. So I'm here. I don't know why. I'm a little bit scared, and but it's okay. That's how I was with my very first live. If you guys did not see that, it may be kind of humorous if you go back and watch the very first live that I ever did, because I was like, I'm so nervous and I've never done this before, and please bear with me. And I don't know how long I'm going to be on here. I'm just getting this out of my system, and I ended up being on there for like an hour and a half, and it was just very natural. And you guys help with that for sure, because I just love your energy so much, and you're there to support me, and I'm here to support you. And so if you have never met me before, hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Karen. I curse a lot, and especially live, because that's just how I am. But welcome to the channel. If you have never been here before, welcome to my live. I'm just going to wait for a couple more people to come on here before I just kind of go over what my general, I never have a plan on here, but what my general plan is going to be for tonight, and what my intentions are behind this. So I will every once in a while check in with you guys on the chat. The chat essentially is there for you guys to be talking to each other. So, especially if I get going with the cards and I get into a channel, just to stay focused on that and to stay in alignment with that. It's hard for me to be following the chat as well. So I always do afterwards go back and read all of the comments, though. So if there's something there that you had a question about, or I will always read back over the comments afterwards. So if I miss something, it's not that I'm ignoring you. It's that I am in a divine channel, and I physically cannot tear myself out of it because I got to get everything out. So there's that. But I'm so happy to be back here with you guys and to connect with you. I just love you guys so much. So hi there, Zara Doc. I don't know how to say your name, but I've seen you on here so many times, and I just love you so much. I'm so glad that you're here, and thank you for waiting for me to come on. Hello, I love you. Sarah, hi. Epiphany, God love you. Hello. Rel, I tried to tag you like 4 times in the I posted on the Hawk's Nest just before this that I was going to come on live, and I tagged you, Rel, and I know that we're friends on Facebook too. So I don't know why it just kept deleting your name. It kept deleting your name, and I don't know. There's some kind of disconnect there, I think, for some reason. So you know what? I'm going to pull a card on it. I'm going to pull a card for you first, Rel. So if I forget, remind me. We're going to dig into that a little bit. I'm so happy to see you guys too. Thank you, Epiphany. Hi, oh gosh, Stephanie, Nicole, Shonda, hello. Shonda, for a second, I forgot that Samara's Soul Scribe was you. Samara's Soul Scribe is her tag name. I was just talking to Shonda the other day, and hopefully I'm going to be doing some collaborative readings with some of my people from the Hawk's Nest. So many of you guys are readers. So many of you guys are just so talented, intuitives. Just like I get readings from you guys all of the time, and I rely on those readings, and you guys are so talented. And I really want to start doing a little bit more of that on the channel. I feel like I'm just going to be doing a little bit more collaborative stuff, and we'll just sit and we'll pull cards together. Which brings me to the energy of tonight also. I would really love for us to be pulling cards together, okay? So to begin with, thank you guys so much for being here and for supporting me and for loving me. And for letting me love you and for being you and for letting me be me. And things are just shifting and changing so much. I'm so excited with this energy going into the Lionsgate portal. So much is shifting, and I'm just so excited for what's to come. There are some really big things coming, and we fucking deserve it, because such big things we have been healing for, the last couple of years. But God, these last 2 months have just been, the last 6 months really have been really brutal energy-wise. So I'm telling you, there's some really gorgeous, gorgeous energy headed our way. There's also some underlying just shadow energy there too that we're going to be challenged with, but the beautiful energy that I'm talking about coming in is going to override it if we can lean into that and really allow ourselves to feel that, the depth of that, the power of that energy, and what's opening up for all of us. These shadow energies that are coming in, we're going to start to kind of detach from a little bit. They're not going to affect us as deeply as they did before. So definitely going to be going more into that in some videos coming up. So let me connect with you guys too again. Stephanie Nicole, thank you so much for being here. Hi, Lisa. Thank you for being here. Hi, Jody. Hi, Danette. Love you. Hi, Sherry. Shannon, yay, I'm so glad you could come on. Snow White. That's my jam. That's my girl. I went off the grid today per source. Yeah, I've been off the grid for like 6 months now almost, but I'm so ready to get back in the saddle, back in the game. And I've been saying that for a couple of weeks now because of the deep dark night of the soul energy that I was in. I just wanted out. But I wasn't able to quite come out of it because I needed to embrace it. I needed to learn some lessons from it. I really needed to learn how to embrace the experience that was coming out for me. So again, I'm going to talk more about that in a video coming up. But so what I feel like I'm doing here, and it's significant to me that my person, my divine masculine, is sleeping right now, and that I was guided to do this, not necessarily without him here, but while he was sleeping, because I feel like so much of this is about me tapping into my divine masculine energy. And he and I are so intertwined with each other and so, connected with each other in person on a day, not in person, but, on a daily basis, that I'm needing to really connect in with divine masculine energy, the energy especially inside of me, in order to really get things moving and start manifesting in the way that I know that I'm capable of and that I'm ready for. I need to more deeply be tapping into divine masculine energy. So it's like, I have an image when I say my divine masculine, I have an image of him that is kind of imprinted on that. But I need to also start tapping into the energy of that. What does that feel like, though? And where is that coming from inside of me? He helps to be a catalyst to bring that out in me, but it's always so much harder to bring that out of ourselves when we're connected with. I just had deja vu too. Something about Rel. Again, Rel, you're coming up again. Something about being. It's easier to find the external source of that and to see it outside here. And that's what we're used to. We're very external. We're needing to really bring that inside of us and feel it from within us. There's something that had been blocking my own divine masculine energy from coming out and from really me moving forward with the channel and with, work and with. And I say blockages, but, they're all lessons. It's supposed to happen that way. And so everything that's been going on and everything I've been healing has been leading where it needs to go. But something there that I was in resistance. I've been resisting divine masculine energy. Okay. And it has to do with fear. It has to do with fearing the masculine. It has to do with the father wound. I just recorded a reading right before this and I haven't posted it yet because I just had this need to come on here and connect with you guys. I will post that as soon as I'm done here. It's a message from the divine masculine, from source, about releasing some ghosts from the past. So stay tuned for that. Tonight, I want to pull some collective cards. So if you are a reader, I want you to get your cards out too. And as we pull cards, as I pull cards for just a kind of a collective read, or whatever it is that you guys want to be talking about, you guys pull some cards with me, okay? You guys pull some cards with me and, you know, read for either there in the chat or add to mine, and I will connect in with whatever ones stand out for me to add to whatever this is. I'm also going to be doing just limited some personal readings. If you guys would like a personal reading for you, I'm going to do it for $22.22 is the donation. Down at the very bottom of your chat, there's a little money sign. You can just click that, put in the amount $22.22, and I will pull a couple of cards for you personally. Otherwise, the rest of it is just going to be a collective read. Everybody is meant to receive something from all of the messages that are coming out. So just take, or both, yes, or both. Oracle or tarot or both. Oracle, tarot, music, books, channeling, wherever the messages come from, that's where they all come from. So I do have my music on. So if you don't know me, I get messages through the music as well. Just like this is a visual stimulant for whatever the message is, so is the music. And so sometimes it'll stand out to me and I'll listen and I'll extract some messages from the music as well. So I also set some intentions and sent some Reiki ahead of time. If you guys are open to it, I'm a Holy Fire Karuna Reiki Master. If you guys are open to receiving it, just set the intention that you are willing to receive. And if you get nothing else from any of this, you will just receive this beautiful healing energy that is there to assist you, to relax you, to just let yourself receive. Just let yourself receive. Okay. Hi, Lynette. Lynette has her Work Your Light Oracle cards. Thank you very much. I have those somewhere. Where are they? They're not here because you needed to pull them in there. So if you're wondering what those look like, Lynette has her Work Your Light Oracle cards. Thank you for sharing this healing space with all of us tonight. Thank you for being here. You guys are part of that healing space. You guys, your energy provides the sacred container. So you guys hold this container. That being said, if anybody on here wants to be a moderator or is able to be a moderator that has never done it for me before, raise your hand, let me know, and I will just create that setting for you to be a moderator. Every once in a while, we just get some trolls in here and they start to kind of muddy up the chat. And we just want to keep this and set the intention that this is a sacred space for whatever kind of expression that we need, a divine expression that we need it to be. Okay? Love you. Epiphany has her Path of the Soul Destiny cards. Ooh, I've never heard of those before. Okay, Lynette, thank you. Lynette is going to moderate for me. And if anybody else wants to kind of split it with her as well, when people come in, if they're new, just let them know that I'm mostly doing collective read, but if they want a personal reading, they just have to click the donation button for $22.22, and I'll pull some personal cards for them. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Shonda. Shonda's going to do it for us too. That's awesome. I appreciate you guys so much. And I will give you a little treat afterwards too. Of course, I will pull some cards for you. Okay, one other note. I have a card reading workshop this Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is teaching you guys about reading not only cards, but the energy. What is it that you're actually reading when you read cards? Like, who was it that asked me? Stephanie had asked me if I was reading oracle cards or tarot cards. I'm reading energy is really what I'm reading. And the cards are giving me an indicator towards what the energy is that I'm sensing. The music is also doing that too. And so we really go over what where does that come from? How do we read energy? How do we sense energy? What are these psychic senses that we're tuning into? And how do we translate that through cards? We use cards as the divination tool that is one of the aspects of it. But I just teach you about reading the energy as well. So if you're interested in that, there's a link down in the box below to go over and book that if you want to. There's only a couple of spots left. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and click that link down there. Okay. All right, let's get into this. It's funny. I sat down and I was meditating ahead of time, and I always ask what station I'm supposed to put on, and there's a wide variety of people here tonight. Because first it was Trevor Hall radio, and then it was like, no, it needs to be Rusted Root, and then immediately, no, it needs to be Beastie Boys, and then Beastie Boys came on, and that didn't feel right. So, and all of those are my jam. But I had to put it back to Rusted Root. So for now, that's the station that's on. I may need to change it throughout this too. And it's Dave Matthews that's on right now. Getting us into the groove. Back to being friends. Back to being friends. Okay, so this is the first card out. There's been a really heavy energy recently of just loneliness, real loneliness. People are missing their friends. We are missing our friends. That's why I'm back on tonight too. I miss my people. I miss you guys. I miss the connection. I miss my friends. We started out in isolation and quarantine, and there's this real feeling of just being alone and isolated. And it was this slow process of being put into more of an isolated space. There was negative, more shadow energies connected to that. We were forced to be in quarantine, and we were forced to be separated from our people and isolated. But there's also the positive side of that, and the light-filled side of that, where we were meant to go into a deep space within in order to find where that feeling of isolation comes from. What is the cause of that isolation and that lack? Because some of us very deep down have felt this abandon, this loneliness, this disconnection from source, even when we're in a crowd of people. Even when we're around people, even when we're around the people we love the most, even when we're with our person, there's still sometimes this feeling inside that it's just not quite enough. It's not good enough. It's not filling the hole within inside of me, because we've been trying to fill a hole within inside of us. And so the source of that pain and the source of that disconnect, it's like we've been slowly pushed into that jail cell and locked in it until we're able to see what that is. What is the connection to that? Where does that come from? Where does that feeling of isolation come from? For me, in the last couple of months, an experience from when I was in college came into my awareness, and I was triggered into the memories of it that I didn't have before, and I didn't know that it happened, and it was almost like I was in the dark about it. And so the effects of it and the need to protect myself and want to just be left alone, just leave me alone, it was a subconscious energy that was doing that for me. My friends abandoned me. My friends left me that night. And so there is this energy of, and it's not the only thing that causes it, but it's one of the deepest things that was running this program in the background because I didn't know about it. And it pushes friends away. My friends would get closer and closer and closer to me, and it would draw out the energy of this shadow. And then subconsciously, without realizing it, I would push my friends away. All my friends tend to, I've always said this, my friends tend to move away from me. They all move away. I start to get really close to them, and then they move somewhere. And I'm just 1919 on the clock right now. It was always very curious to me. But this is also the number 5 card. So it's the number of change. There's something changing right now. something big changing in this feeling of isolation. It's like, I want to be left alone, but I know I don't want to be alone. I feel so lonely, but I want to be left alone. The energy of, I feel lonely and I want to connect again, is starting to override, I want to be left alone. It's like we've come over that hump, and things are changing and shifting now so that we can see the source of this, so that our real desire is to reconnect again. And to, we all want union. We all want union with our counterparts, and we want to come into union with our soul family and our soul sisters and soul brothers and whatever it is. And so whatever is in the way of that is starting to get out of the way, because our deepest desire really is to come into union, to anchor unconditional love, and to abolish this separation program. That really is our role. That's our goal. It's our role. And so we're starting to shift more into, okay, and now that everything's opening back up, that like the outside world is starting to reflect that right now too. The outside world is reflecting our inside world. And because we have done the deep diving, for some of you, if this hasn't happened yet, if the source of this has not come up yet, this is future energy that is coming up for you in order for you to be able to finally lean into the connections that you're really desiring right now, okay? If you're feeling like, I've just been asking for my soul friends, I've been asking for that community around me in person and not just online. I've been asking for that, and I really do want that, but you weren't quite ready for that. Your inner child, this subconscious energy was blocking you from that because it was too scary. But now you're ready for it. Okay? I hope that resonates for you guys. I want to see if did anybody else pull any cards for that? Lynette got birthing a new age card, on alignment about creating a new world, doing things in a new way, finding a new tribe. Yes. So we're finding the tribe. The people that surrounded us before are kind of slowly starting to make their way out of our lives. They either had a lesson to show us, or they're just not in alignment with who we are anymore. And we're making space for the ones, it's like the ride or dies, who are meant to reflect this new version of you that you're coming into. There are some people who were meant to be in your life for a season, and for some of you, that season is up, and there's a little bit of loneliness. There's a little bit of this feeling of being orphaned, or not feeling abandoned, but feeling alone because you can feel those people falling away. And there is a little bit of just nostalgic sadness connected to it, that time period is over. It's this void kind of in between. We do have to mourn that a little bit. We mourn the loss of that, and we go through a kind of a grieving stage before we open up to this next thing. But just rest assured that it's because this is what you've been asking for. You've been asking for the reflection of you, and you just want to be you. And by you, I mean me. I just want to be me and be accepted for me, and to accept myself as me wherever I am, whenever I am, no matter what it is that I do or say, or I'm a card reader on YouTube, or that's taboo for certain people in my life, and I was raised Catholic, and blah 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 blah, and I hide myself because of the judgment from other people, and it's gotten to a point where I'm just like, I keep shrinking down, and I'm just like so alone, and even more alone. I just want to fucking be me no matter what. And I know that I have this group of people out there that are that same energy. And it's come to a point now where I'm like, fuck it. I just need to live right now. I just want to live. And I'm breaking through the energy of, it's like connecting in with that vibration within me, within you, that if I can't be myself, I have no will to live. I have no will to live because I can't live as me. And that doesn't have the meaning and the purpose and the passion and the inspiration and the abundance and just me. It doesn't have the reflection of that in me. And it was overriding and overtaking me. Everything's going to be all right. But don't worry. We get to, it's like I hit rock bottom. I hit rock bottom, and I was meant to, because I needed to ignite this thing in me that said, if I can't be me, I don't want to live. But I really want to live. I really want to fucking live. Which means that if I demand that, then that means I can only live as me from now on. Just totally me. And the only way to do that is to accept myself as I am, and to love myself as I am. And that has always been the hardest thing for me, and for a lot of people, I'm sure. It's time. It's fucking time. Every little thing is going to be all right. Wow. All right. Slow down. Okay. So the next one that came out is, and I don't typically take reversals, but is this tribe card. And obviously I was just talking about that. So, but it's in reverse. What is the block to our tribe? What is the block to our tribe? Your people reflect you. Your people draw out the depth of your light. And it's fucking terrifying. It's so scary. And sometimes they put a mirror in front of your face. That is your shadow. And they are not afraid to tell you, you got something going on, babe, you know? But I love you, and I'm here to help you through it. Can I pull some cards for you? Or whatever it is. It is so scary to have this truthful mirror around you, to be really aware, and to have these amazing just mirrors of light around you. Sometimes the light is terrifying. And so we reel back, and we're so used to hiding from ourselves that when we see ourselves in front of ourselves, we're just like, woo, is that what I look like? Is that what I really look like? That's really, she's beautiful though. Like, she's beautiful. What do you mean this person here is my mirror? The way that she presents herself, the way that she, not just the way that she looks, but the way that she acts, and the way that she puts herself out there, and the way that she's vulnerable. And like, I see so many of you posting some of the things that you're posting, and I'm just like, how is that possible that that's my mirror? That's the go-to inside of us. That, and the comparison to other people, and it makes us shrink down because we see that and we can never compare to it. And these voices start in our head, but that person is you. That person is you. That person is you. It's a little terrifying. It's a little terrifying sometimes. And I see this person. There's one person that I have in mind, particularly, actually. And I see her just busting her ass. I see that. And I don't know why that makes a difference. I don't know why that's something that I just got this flutter in my stomach. Like, that makes me nervous. It makes me nervous to have to put in that kind of work, or I don't know. It appears that she's working really hard, but she makes it look so fucking easy. She makes it look so easy. She's like a workhorse. And that kind of work, that kind of effort has always been kind of like the hardest thing for me. This feels effortless. This feels effortless, but there was something that was stopping me from seeing me in that way. But she stands out to me so much. And you guys know me. Anything that stands out is a message. It's something that you're unable to see in yourself, but you tune into it because it's coming from inside of you. Really, the whole world is just your mirror. It's like, that person is my mirror. It's almost unbelievable to me that that person is my mirror. It's like, I'm amazing. I really love her, and I love what she does, and I love who she is, and she's just like a machine, really, and just so powerful, though. I'm just like, I really love her. It's scary to confront ourselves, especially the depth of our power. We're so used to confronting our shadows and being able to, it's easier to see shadows, really. It's easier to see that. And we've been in this deep, dark healing, not dark, but we've been in a deep healing journey. That's all this is, really. It's like healing and peeling away a lot of this belief system. And it is really time for us to reap the rewards. Say that 5 times fast. Reap the rewards, reap the rewards, reap the rewards. It really is. Your tribe is here to help you. Hello, Ronald. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Hello, Ben. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Lynette. Time to go. There are some things that it's time to move. That's what I hear first of all, is it's time to move. But there are some very real things that we need to leave behind. There are ghosts that we need to leave behind. And like I said, I just made a video right before this and I'm going to post it after this. So it's actually, I just got the message that it's posted. I just haven't published it yet. So I'll do that as soon as I hang up from here. But it was about confronting some ghosts, the ghost of the past, the ghost of Christmas past. For some of you, it's about something connected to Christmas and your dad. There is the ghost of the father wound that gets applied, father wound or mother wound, depending on, what it is most dominant for you. Every one of us has both of those, but one of them is a little bit more dominant when it comes to us balancing out the polarity that we are not dominant in. And there are some ghosts from the past that we really need to clear up and make some peace with. There's some closure that needs to happen with a person from our past, not just our parents, but a past love, a past person we thought was a twin flame, a twin flame that you are not meant to come into a divine partnership with. It was a divine connection meant to lead you to a divine partnership, and that is a different person. But there is something that we are needing to move on right now, and it's leading up to the Lionsgate portal and shifting massive things for us right now. This is the number 9 card too. The energy of this, it's time to go to. Heavy things I could not see. Oh my God, Fish is on right now. I haven't heard this song in so long. This is bouncing around the room, I think. Then I tried to step inside. I moved to where they hoped I'd be. Time to go. I moved to where they hoped I'd be. Okay, so for some of you, it's time to actually physically move. That where you moved it's done. You have the purpose for that place. The purpose for that place was for you to go deep inside and to find that wound or whatever it was that is this place of isolation, this hole inside of you that you've always been trying to fill. Where you're living, you have gotten to the point where you cannot extract any more from the place that you're living, and it is time to go. Literally time to go. For some of you, you got to get out of there. You got to get out of there. I moved to where they'd hoped I'd be. I stay bound to the place that I am right now because it is connected to other people. For some of you, where you live is connected to another person, and you're having a hard time moving from that place, whether it's your mother or your father or your person or whatever it is. You were led there because of that person, and now it's time to cut the cord, is what I hear. Mine is my mother. I've been trying to move for a while now too, and yeah. Oh, I fucking love Fish. God, I haven't heard him in so long. This is not bouncing around the room, and I can't remember what it is. God, brain fart. Echo, what song is this? Heavy Things. Duh. Heavy Things I Could Not See. Heavy Things I Could Not See. If you guys have never heard that song before, you might want to look up the lyrics because there's going to be additional messages in it for you. Heavy Things I Could Not See. That's part of what I was talking about in this, the energy of this card too. That for some of you, what's coming up is hidden hidden trauma or just energy that's hidden that you disassociated from. It's in your subconscious, it's activated, it's ready to go, it's creeping up on you a little bit, and there's something that you've not wanted to look at. And it, for some of you, it's about walking away. It's about cutting the cord and walking away. There's something there. There's something sitting in the shadow that you didn't realize was there. It's going to come to your attention. There's going to be a message that comes in, something comes to your attention, and it is going to enable you to find that closure that you need in order to go. Set the intention that you're ready for that. Set the intention that you're ready for that closure. Okay? All right. JP, thank you for your donation. I'm just going to pull one card for you. Leg up. Getting a leg up. 34. This has to do with something either when you were 34 or when you were 7. It has to do with the number 7. I'm hearing 7-7. I'm hearing 7-7. Something to do with the 7-7 portal. There's something in the 7-7 portal that helped you to get a leg up, to step forward. There's something in the portal from 7-7 to the Lionsgate portal. This whole time period is meant for you to step forward. There are connections that are coming into your life that are meant to help you step into this next phase. There are people that are coming into your life that are meant to shift you forward. There's something you got to let go of, though, first. There's something you got to let go of in order to be able to get this leg up. You have to receive the messages from where they come from and let go of the expectations of how you thought it was going to look. Okay? That's for you, JP. Thank you for being here. I don't know if I've ever seen you before. All right. That feels like that message for this group of people. I'm going to keep going with, see if there's a different message. Fork in the road. I'm going to listen to the song real quick. Dave Matthews again. Lover lay down. Together share this smile. Lover lay down. Together share the smile. Together share the smile. This is a choice point. There's a choice point right now. I just hear like happiness is a choice. Happiness is a choice. It's like, it's sitting right there. You get to choose which way to go. Do you want to head towards the path that's lit up because that's beautiful and that's what you've always asked for? Or do you want to take a detour? You can choose that too, maybe a little bit of a roundabout way. Or are you ready to really be happy and receive? It's so hard to receive sometimes. It sounds a lot easier than, or it sounds a lot easier than it actually is. So I talked about that in my reading too. So many of us are conditioned that joy and happiness and abundance has to come from super hard work, suffering, and struggle. That's the old program. That's the old way. And so when happiness comes in and we're in alignment with it and it comes in effortlessly, that old programming comes in and says, there's no suffering connected to it. It can't be real. And so then we actually attach suffering to it. When we see the pattern of that, we get to choose. We get to choose. Do I want the easy way? There is this real divide going on. I was talking to somebody about it the other day too. There's this just two timelines playing out. And we can choose one or the other. And sometimes we choose one and then the other. And there's no judgment on which way is the right way or the wrong way. It just is one way, and one way may seem filled with more ease. And the other way may feel filled with more lessons. It may be that you need those lessons, but it's a little heavier, it's a little denser, it's a little bit more tumultuous because of this suffering program. It's the only way that we know. We may not be ready for this life of ease just yet, and this new way of being and this new way of manifesting. It feels like this fork in the road is kind of highlighting that a little bit. It's going to last for a little bit, and there are a lot of us who can see ahead and can see all the way down this path. I mean, this is pretty far down this path. There are some of us who have the tools and the gifts to be able to see kind of that far ahead and know that I can feel the energy of that in the future here now. And so I can trust that because I trust myself and I trust my gifts, and I can tap into the energy of that with the law of attraction and manifestation, and just generating what that feels like. What is that light? Just that alone, what does that feel like? And I can bring that here to me, even though I don't have the proof of it here in front of me right now, but I can feel it enough here that I know that it exists. And so essentially it exists here for me now. There's some of us who are able to do that, and we can continue to head towards that, knowing that I can enjoy the journey to that and rest assured it's there. Everything that happens in the meantime leading up to that and I'm supposed to live that. I'm supposed to enjoy that journey getting to it. I'm supposed to live. I'm supposed to live. And that's one of the paths that are chosen. Some people are not quite ready for that just yet, and it's okay that they're not. Hopefully, eventually they will be. It looks to me like things need to get to an absurdly ridiculous point of ridiculousness out there that people have no choice but to turn the other way and say, it's time for me to open my eyes and really see what's down this other path. Because this one that I've put my faith in, and this one that I have trusted other people and trusted whatever it was, this is ludicrous. This is not my truth at all. This is not my truth, period. And it's a choice point for them, and they will shift. And I think a lot of people are going to shift kind of all at once. This is a little bit further down the road. We're able to choose that now, just out of faith in ourselves, in our intuition, by building our intuition, by honing our gifts, by really doing the work and getting into alignment with our highest being, with our authentic selves, getting in alignment with the fact that I just want to live. I want to stop walking around with this fear of everyone dying or me dying, or just like, it's not living. It's living away from our people. And anything could happen at any point. It's just like living on my own, and just get to a point of not wanting to be alone and separate anymore. I just want to live. That was a lot from that one card, but that's Oh, Danette said the other reader mentioned the choice point between choosing between your twin and soulmate. That is something else that's so funny that you say that. So the reading that I recorded just before this, that's what I talked about too. And actually the soulmate card from this deck came out. And that was one of the things that needed to be released from the past. The expectation and the old story, or the idea of what twin flame energy is to you, and what that person was to you, and what you expected it to look like, and what you expected the journey to look like, and where you thought it was going to go. Because for so many of you, there is, or has already come into your field, a soulmate that is everything that you asked for. Some of you are not able to quite see that just yet because of the hold, or the expectations, or the desire that those things, everything you ever wanted, come from your twin flame. But it's like trying to fit it into that mold. this soulmate coming in, or that has already come in, is all those things you ever wanted. The thing that there's some kind of closure that needs to happen. There's some kind of closure that needs to happen. That's what I was talking about with this one. For some of you, it's like walking away from your twin flame and calling that energy back into yourself and being grateful for the catalyst that they were in launching you into and anchoring unconditional love here for yourself. You deserve to have everything that you have ever wanted. And there is a vessel that's coming into your field that is able to hold that. It's a divine partner. For some of you, the twin flame was meant to lead you to a divine partner. It was a divine connection as a catalyst meant to bring you into yourself and bring all that energy back into yourself again, so that you could understand the twin flame energy within you and the way that you anchor unconditional love into this space and into yourself. How do you learn to love yourself deeply, the way that you're capable of deeply loving, your twin flame mirror? And then the connection may be at that point ready to be handed over to someone who is able and available to partner with you in a divine way, a conscious divine partnership. And this counterpart energy is, you can label it a soulmate, you can label it whatever you want to, you can label it your true twin or whatever you want, but it is essentially everything that you asked for and what you've been asking for and what you've been pushing for. And you had this expectation that it was a certain person, and then the person comes in and sneaks in behind you. And there's a little bit of this kind of energy that we have to confront first before we're able to find closure and really lean into that. It's just for some of you. That's not going to be for everybody. But yes, thank you for that, Danette. All right, Ronald, I saw your donation on there. Thank you very much. I'm going to pull a couple cards for you too, okay? Lori said, have two choices. My DM is married, so he's not available, but I know he's the one. There's another choice that I just not feeling the love. I understand that. And it may not be the case for you, but it may be that there's just a little bit of this kind of disappointed feeling that it wasn't the way that you had expected, or didn't look the way that you thought that it looked. There's a little bit of a ghost attached to it too, though. Make sure that you watch my reading after this. It's connected to the father wound. It's connected to the father wound. All right, Ronald, I'm going to pick a couple for you, okay? Ronald, some of this applies to you too, by the way. I mean, it applies to everybody collectively, obviously, but they just said some of that was for you. Ha! Fucking love the way this works. I just said this was the card that came out in that reading. Like I said, I'll post it right after this. And Ronald, this one is for you. So everything that I was just talking about definitely applies to you. And this is validation of that there is a soulmate energy in your realm right now. I'm getting sleepy. I love the key and the heart right here. There is still a key, though, to opening up and all of these really opening up to the depth of what it has to offer you. Let me pull in another one real quick. Ronald, I don't know how old you are either, but there's something in that reading too about the number 41. The number 41. Oh, okay, that's a Dave Matthews song. Look up the lyrics for that, okay? Number 41. I think I was talking to somebody else. I think I was talking to Ben the one day about that song, the number 41. Ben, tell me what stands out for you in that song. Just like a lyric that comes up for you in that song, because that applies to this. But it may also, Ronald, have something to do with when you were 41 years old. If you were 41, or I don't know how old you are. It also breaks down to a number 5. So that's the 5 is all about the number change. Let me listen to the song. It's like a dance song. Hey mama, hey mama, hey mama. Rocking in the dance hall. There's something in this. Hey mama, hey mama, hey mama, hey mama. Okay, so they're telling me that this this time to go is in connection with the mother wound for you. You have a choice point right now, and it's seeing some sort of connection in the mother. There's something in the mother wound that this soulmate is helping you to connect with and release. That it's not a karmic binding like it would have been with somebody in the past. I know one thing, that I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. This is like really counterpart energy talking to you right now. And this is you. Take your time, okay? You're almost there. You're really coming into it. It's just fresh, and it hasn't developed completely just yet. Please just have some patience. Have some patience. There is still this kind of residual, this kind of energy, this loneliness energy connected to it that still needs to be shed a little bit. Don't attach that loneliness to this person. Don't attach to this person because you don't want to be alone. Find that loneliness program. It has to do with the mother wound. First, she's going to help to show you that. Okay, that needs to be shed first, definitely, before there's like, you can see all of this light shining off of the crown on this. There is an upgrade to your crown happening too. There's some kind of celebration. There's some kind of celebration. Somebody's birthday coming up. I'm hearing hey mama again, like it has something to do with your mother. It's somebody's birthday coming up. I just heard Jesus's birthday. So maybe the time period from now until Christmas, give it this amount of time, like it's going to slowly expand and you're going to slowly make your way into this new realm, but it's going to be stretched out. So let it unfold. Don't attach, let it unfold. Okay? Christmas definitely stood out when I said that. Birthday. Okay? I hope that resonates for you. I'm just going to check in with you guys for a second. I miss all the comments and everything. And Ben, what did you say? 41 is the year you switched to north node from south node. Also, thank you very much for that, Ronald. That's an additional message for you. Oh, there's something with rusted root on right now, too. All right. I'm going to pull one for Lynette real quick because Lynette is my moderator right now, and one for Shonda. Lynette, all that glitters. What is the saying? All that glitters isn't gold? Something in the song I'm listening to. Ronald, make sure you check the comments too, because Epiphany pulled a card for you. All that glitters isn't gold. Money is not everything. That's what I hear. We're talking about, they want you to focus on sacred money. What does the energy of divine money look like, feel like, smell like, taste like, touch like, feel like? Money is not everything. And I've had this a little bit too. It's like, but we gotta work, we gotta pay the bills, and working to make money. It's backwards. We make money from working, from being of service, from giving ourselves. Just keep doing what you're doing, because it is the divine flow is coming. You're feeling the divine flow coming, but it's like this fork in the road, like I was talking about. It's off in the distance just a little bit. Sometimes we can feel that and we can feel it coming and we have trust and we have faith, and then we reel back into this reality and we're just like, oh, but I'm so scared right now because I don't know how I'm going to make my rent next month and blah, 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 blah. That abundance off in the distance, that the exchange of the energy coming back for your benefit, for as an exchange for you putting yourself out there and being of service. It will provide for you now too, just in ways that you didn't expect. It's not the pile of gold. That's in the distance just a little bit. That's in the distance. But it's okay because we know that it exists and we're getting to it. And it's like I've had some stuff go on recently. They're wanting me to tell you this example. There is some kind of adjustment that's going on with custody and child support with me and my ex-husband, and the amount of money that I was receiving for child support is getting ready to go down. And I knew that was going to happen, and I'm not afraid of it. But the closer that it got, it's kind of like before I was thinking when it was off in the distance, I was just like, it's down there though. And I know that once I get to that, I'm not going to need it anymore. So I'm not attached to losing it because it's not really losing it. It's going to come in from a different place. The source of that, it's going to be, and then some amplified. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it happening because that just means that I'm going to be making more money at that point. That just means that the flow is going to be coming in, and I will have leaned into more alignment, and it's going to feel good. But I've been going through all of this stuff, and the time has gotten closer and closer and closer to me. And I'm scared. And it was just today when I had this hearing and stuff. And so it was just like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? It really is just about trusting, just coming back into that and trusting the feeling of that. The energy and the exchange is going to come in from other places. And I have to have faith and trust that I feel that so strongly more than anything else. The glow of this, look at the glow of that. That's how it feels. It feels like freedom. And as I talk about being free to live as me, I don't want to live any other way anymore. The freedom of that and the expression of that and me freeing myself into that realization and demanding that and creating that in my life, that is bringing the energy of this abundance in the future here to me now, and it's going to appear in other ways. Not necessarily as money, but I'm not going to need the money in that same way, or it's going to come from different sources or things that I didn't expect or something like that. This is not, even if I read just for somebody specifically, it's not just meant for them, obviously. I know I don't need to explain that to you guys, but this is a message for, we're all part of the same collective that came here to I just heard celebrate tonight. We're here to celebrate. We're here to celebrate ourselves and celebrate the fact that we get to live. We get to live as ourselves 100%, no matter what. Fuck it. Right? Fuck it. I hope that resonated for you, Lynette. Shonda, I'm going to pull one for you too. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you guys for all your interaction in the chat box too. If you're not members of the Hawk's Nest on Facebook, please go over there. It's one big happy family. God love them. It really is like just soul tribe. It's soul tribe. Again, another fish song, which is interesting to me because I just talked to a friend of mine from a while back. I just talked to him today. That is like the time period where I listen to a lot of fish. And so that's no coincidence at all. That the energy of me back then is being reflected right now. And I used to listen to a lot of this music, and we used to go to a lot of shows, and we used to just have so much fun. This was in my 20s, and we were just so ourselves, just finding out who we were, but just like that freedom of, I don't know, parents and responsibility. And we're just in our 20s. We're just living. We're just really living it up. It was such a fun time period of my life. That's the feeling and the energy that's coming back in. Let's do that now. Let's do that now as grown-ups with kids and responsibilities, and let's make all of that fun. Let's live it up. Let's pay the bills with this excitement. Like, yeah, I'm paying my bills. Yeah, that's right. Yep, it's fun, and it's fun too. Yep, that's right. Because I have the money to pay right now, and I'm just living. I'm so happy to live that paying my bills is a fun experience because I get to live in this house, because I get to appreciate when I put that money into the rent of this house. I'm putting appreciation. Really, that's divine money that I'm putting into this house in appreciation for what it provides me and my kids. And I never looked at it that way before. I always dreaded paying rent at the beginning of the month, but I'm just seeing that right now, like treating my house as if it's, and showing gratefulness in that energy exchange. And in that way, I am programming that money that I'm putting into the bank and into government systems. I'm programming it with divine energy. And it expands, and it infuses itself into that government system and into those banks. Right? Does that make sense? Shonda, sorry, I was picking one for you. I got on a roll there. Connie, thank you for a donation. I'll pull one for you next, okay? Thank you. Ben, what are you celebrating? Rel said, Ben, I'm celebrating with you. What are you celebrating? I missed it. I hate missing out on the conversation. I can't follow it, though. All right, Shonda, this one's for you. All right, never ending story. This one came in reverse, though. So this is the number 10 card. It could be connected to 37, the when you were 37. I'm also seeing 3-7, like March 7th. Excuse me, please. One more drink. Could you make it strong? Because I don't need to think she broke my heart. My grace is gone. And I'm seeing like grace. There is something that happened in March or when you were 7 or something like that. It's the story of, it's the story of grace. That's what I hear, the story of grace. I'm going to pull another one with it. The story of grace. When that grace, oh, my right ear is, or my left ear is ringing a whole lot too. That's the feminine side. It's like when your feminine influence in your life and the grace of that was lost. There is something that needs to be seen about that feminine energy. One more drink and I'll be gone. It may have to do with drinking. It may have to do with, there's something there about the drink. Losing that feminine influence, losing that grace. There is something in your story. There's something in your story that you need to rewrite. Write a story about grace. I just heard write a story about grace. I don't know if the name Grace resonates for you at all. It feels more like grace and poise, but it could be about somebody named Grace. I don't need to think she broke my heart. My grace is gone. There's some kind of resistance to changing the story. That's what I'm hearing. There's some kind of resistance to changing the story. Changing the story about what happened to you, or what was taken from you, or it's time to change your story. You have the power to do that. You have the power to change your story. You're ready for it. You're ready for it, and you're doing it with so much grace now. You're ready to change that story. Yeah. Write your story. I hear write your story. Rewrite your story. Again, this is the number 10 card. So you've got 10, fucking 10. I should give out a free reading every time 10 comes up. 10, fucking 10. So you've got 10 here. This 10 was in a reverse though. So the way I see it is 1001, which is a mirror number. So there's some kind of mirror from when you were 10 years old. There's something from when you were 10 years old. There's a lot of things kind of floating around right now. Mirror on the wall, I hear. Something about a mirror. A mirror that was smashed. Oh, Shonda, we need to do a reading together. I need to go deeper into this. This is like an introduction to something that's being released. And it feels like there's something here that's coming out in order to move forward. To be able to call in more soul sister, soul tribe, feminine, real feminine energy, just deeply connective sister energy. Okay, all right. There's way more there. There's a lot there, and there's just like tidbits. They're just giving me tidbits of it. For others of you too, if you guys resonate with that, we need to book a session with me because we need to do a more in-depth reading for you. Because there's a lot more there, and it's meant for like real new growth. Something big is coming up. People always say that. There's always something big coming up, but for those of you that resonate with that, it's something different. And I just set this down next to this all that glitters isn't gold card, but it feels like more of a divine energetic exchange, grace and peace and ease. It's the start of ease. And so when that ease starts to come in, we want to attach this suffering program to it. That's kind of what I said at the beginning. The reason for attaching that suffering program to it is coming forward to find closure on, to really just kind of clean it up. So in the video that I made right before this too, I was talking about physically cleaning our systems out too. For some of us, we need to do a cleanse, some kind of cleanse. Specifically a liver cleanse or a liver detox, kidney detox. And I know, Shonda, I've talked about your kidneys before, I think. In order to make room for releasing ghosts of the past. There's a physical detox that needs to happen. Okay? It's going to help with physical issues. All right, Connie, you're up. Shonda's drinking liver aid juice. Okay, good. So I just went out. I'm so glad that resonates for you. I just went out yesterday and I randomly had to buy something. It was like milk thistle or something like that. And I was reading like, why am I drawn to this? I think that it was meant for liver detox. So I have to look up what it is that I need to do, or how often, what I need to take, or how often I need to take it, or whatever. But it makes a lot of sense for me and my family history and the father wound. Because my dad was an alcoholic, and there are memories stored in our organs that, so we physically remove, as within, so without. Sometimes we work from the inside out, and we work on the energy underneath of something, and it helps to clear out a physical manifestation or a physical ailment. Sometimes we work from the outside in, and we work on the physical ailment in order to get to the energy release underneath of it. So if we work with a liver detox, we're getting to ancestral programming underneath. Sometimes it's back and forth. Okay, all right, Connie. We need two of them apparently. Connie, do you have a question? I'm hearing that you have a question. There's something specific that you want to know. Okay. Yeah, Shannon said liver cleanses keep coming up for me as well. Generational clearing of addictions. Yes. Yes, thank you for validating that. Time to purge and elevate. Yep. Love you guys. I miss you guys. I miss communicating with you. Just got to look through. I just have to be a part of the conversation. Have you guys been pulling cards for each other too? Nellie Bell said, I love what you said earlier about feeling like someone is our twin flame. And then, bam, in comes a greater connection. Closure is so needed. And really, yeah, that closure comes from within us. There's just expectations connected to the way we saw it or the way that we wanted it to play out. But what we really wanted for ourselves was this deep, true love in the physical, and for that to manifest as this, a divine connection and divine partnership. I don't believe that all twin flames are meant to be a partner. I think they're a divine connection meant to lead us to our ability to partner with a counterpart. But I don't know that everyone's twin flame is meant to be that for them. All right, no question. She just wants a card pull. Okay, so we've got observer in reverse. That's something that you're not seeing. Something that you're not seeing. They're wanting you to take the time to see it. There's something in this reading that you're not quite connecting with you. There's something that you're not connecting with yourself. And it has to do with maybe your twin flame connection or your partner, or, however it is that you resonate with a divine connection or divine partner or whatever it is. This came out in reverse as well. There's something that you're not seeing when it comes to, says specifically loyal heart. It's the energy of the other person, being the other person. There's someone else in your field. There's someone else in your field. And you can feel, it's like you're resisting the draw to that. Because it feels like cheating almost. It feels like cheating. It's like, how could I even consider someone else? You may not even recognize or realize that someone else is there in your field. But even the idea of considering someone else feels like cheating on your person or on your divine partner or your twin or whoever it is. But it's because there is this soulmate connection. There's something that you were missing in this reading from everything that I read before, and it feels like this energy kind of creeping in, coming in from beside you. Sometimes this energy is here in our field and we don't realize that it's there. We can feel it and sense it, though. We can feel it and sense it. But we're so used to seeing those energies and having it be outside of us, we sense that and we see it in other people. When really what we're sensing, it's both, really. But really, we project it out on other people, and it's like, are you seeing somebody else? I see somebody else around you, or you see someone else creeping into, or your person has just gotten into a relationship with somebody else, or you knew that it was coming, or you can feel somebody else around them, something like that. But really, it's because you can sense your own person coming in here. You can sense your own person. But, we're not used to bringing it back into ourselves. There is someone, this really beautiful energy in your field. It could also be that it's not a separate person. It could also be that it's your person who is shifting and changing into a newer version of themselves that you're not quite ready to see, or you can feel it creeping up and they're moving into more divine energy. But it's scary when we start to get the things that we want and we create these situations like it's too good to be true or something like that. There is a really softness to this person that it's hard for you to recognize. It's hard for you to trust. You don't trust a softer energy in a man, I think, or in a masculine energy. But there's a real softness coming into your field. So it's either the person that you're already with is coming into this energy and you have a really hard time trusting soft energy because it's tricked you in the past or whatever it is, or it's another person coming in that is that, however it resonates for you. But it's the softness that scares you. You trust it. You can trust it. You can trust. It is real. It is very real, and it is supposed to be that easy. It is supposed to be that easy. Okay. I hope that resonates for you, Connie. There's something on the bottom of the deck. They want you to go back also, if you didn't see the other card pulls that I was pulling for the collective, but also for the people that I pulled for, go back when I repost this and rewatch that, because and if any of you resonate with the cards that were pulled for her just now too, go back and watch through that. There was a message pulled for Ronald that it's not necessarily just for Ronald. There's something in here that you need to pick out and imagine the possibility of that in your life. Don't resist the possibility of that. Like, no, that can't be me because this person is it, period, that's it. Just open yourself up. Surrender to what are they trying to tell me here? What are they trying to tell me? I'm trying to get everything that I ever wanted. He's sitting right there, but it just doesn't manifest and blah, blah, blah. Okay, does that make sense, guys? Connie, thank you so much. Cat. God damn, I miss you. All right. I'm going to pull a couple for Cat. Okay, so Kimberly, Snow White, said that she's picking up on anxiety. And as I deliver these messages, I'm so energized by the message coming through and the way that it comes through me. And it's coming through so fast sometimes too that I deliver it and it sometimes feels scary because of the wonderful things she does. Because I'm in this kind of like divine channel. I'm in a divine channel. So I'm in my divine energy. But sometimes infusing this softness that we're talking about, this soft, really, it's a very real human energy. It is a characteristic that was lacking in my life a lot too. The soft delivery is a message. Sometimes people receive messages and they need to be pelted in the face with it because it's time to open your eyes. It's time to open your eyes. Some people need to receive it in a softer way. I hear you. Somewhere in between together. There's some kind of in between, and that is my energy. That's me. That's the way that I deliver messages. But it's almost like they wanted me to come back to this message again and be the example of this softer energy coming in. There's a message coming in for you that it's okay. It really is going to be okay. And this is everything. You fucking deserve it. You deserve it. All of you. You deserve it. everything you ever wanted, everything that you've been asking for, this union, this peace and ease and grace and reprieve and light at the end of the tunnel. You deserve it. Don't resist receiving anymore. Receive it. Trust. Trust. Just first pick one thing to trust. Trust the message first. Trust the feeling. Trust the energy in the song that you hear. Trust the emotions that are coming up for you. Trust that you can express them however you need to. Just trust that this softness is what you deserve and it's what you need. And you have to allow that softness within yourself. Have that compassion within yourself that that's the way that I want to receive it. It's okay to receive the softness. Let it come into your awareness and really just sink down into here. Just imagine the possibility. Imagine all of your dreams coming true. Imagine the fairy tale. The fairy tale is coming true, and you deserve it. We deserve a life of ease. We deserve to live, not just to live, but to live a life of ease and authenticity and realness with someone else who is the mirror of that and the representation of that and the softness to hold you in that space and honor everything about you as you're there. Kat, that was for you too, babe. I just love you guys. And just so you know, I cry at the end of that video that I made just a little bit ago. Stand by for that. Not that it's any surprise that I cried. Because I'm a bit of a crier. You know, Billy Bob cried because he's a bit of a crier. It's me. There's a lot of the references from that movie tonight. There's no place like home. That feeling just right here on my heart again, just as I was like putting that soulmate right here next to my heart, I was like rocking with it. I was really just allowing it in and feeling it. That's what I feel in the energy of this. I just want to move. Okay, I just want to move. There's a feeling of moving into your home. I don't know if you're actually moving or not, Kat. A little bit earlier, I don't know if you were here earlier, but I was reading this card here, and I was talking about people actually physically moving to a new space. I'm not sure if you're moving, but it's also your home is representative of your heart too. So as within, so without. That's the external home. Some of us are moving into a new heart space. And as I was just rocking with the soulmate in my heart space, there is no place like that place. There is no place like your home space. And when you come from a place of deep heart resonance and heart frequency, you can never go wrong. There is no better place than that. Trust your heart. Whatever it is right now, that there's something that you're seeking. There's some kind of clarity that you're seeking. Trust your heart. What is your heart telling you? Kat, can you answer that for me too? They want you to answer that. What is your heart telling you? It's in the music. There's a song on right now and it's just a guitar. Sometimes listening to the music can help you connect with your heart frequency too. If you don't know what your heart is telling you, the music is going to tell you what your heart is telling you. It's find a different way in to listen. Find a different way of listening to what you feel. Standing there with broken wings. So your inner child is speaking from your heart. You've seen the flaming sword. Echo, what song is this? burning in the eyes of the maker. No, I don't want to know the weather, Alexa. Thank you. No. I don't know where that came from. Maybe there's something about the weather. Maybe there's something about the weather. Something about looking to the skies and really opening your heart to God. In the arms of the maker, in the eyes of the maker. Something about the maker. Something about the maker. Okay, so not just God and not just the creator, but your mother too, the maker. There's something about like the way that I was rocking too. It's like your mother rocking you. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Again, with the Wizard of Oz reference. Closing your eyes and tapping your ankles together, and not your ankles because that fucking hurts, but your heels. With your ruby slippers, and really imagining home. What does home feel like? What does home feel like? That home feeling is right there. It's right there. It's right there for you. This is like really soft, like divine mother kind of energy. And this is a message from your mother too, specifically, Kat. I just keep hearing it. There's no place like home. 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 And you can see the thing whirling again and whirling, and the fates. There's something coming into alignment for you. There's something coming in for you that is deeply fated. Deeply fated. I feel like your mother is kind of arranging it right now. It either has to do with an actual physical home, or maybe this energy too that I was just rocking with. There is a fated event coming soon that's going to really open you up to your home space. I hope that makes sense for you. Let me listen to the song real quick. They want me to count the number of stars on this card for some reason. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stars that I can see and count on this card. I just heard, stupid, 9th star to the right. You know how they say the 2nd star to the right and straight on until morning? The 9th star to the right. So it has something to do with your chart also. There's no place like home, connecting in with your starseed family. There's something about you like going home and ending up in a community of people who are like starseed family. They are your original family. I'm seeing a pod. It's so weird. A pod of like 8 people. 8. Is this 8? No, this is 6. But let's say it was 8. Groups of people. This is your soul pod. And it's like it's all converging. You're coming into a place where, and maybe it's you're moving. And your soul pod starts to show up. And it's a community of people. It's a community. You guys are from the same place. You're from the same planet. You're from the same star. Just imagine it. Imagine it and make it happen. I hope that makes sense. I was like, woo! Kat, that was like a little bit of a different one for you too. So I hope that makes sense for you. God love you. Okay, bye, Shonda. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Brooke. I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Cindy. I forgot to say hi to you too. I did see your name on there. Okay. So we're at an hour and a half right now. And as much as I love to be here on with you guys, I think I'm just going to pull a couple more and then call it a night. And as I say that, just 2 more pop out. Here and now, and breathe. Can't Go On Without You is the song that's on right now. Can't Go On Without You. Do you guys ever have those songs that you just crank up really loud and you just have to like totally rock into it, and it's touching you at such a place that you are so present. You can't possibly be. You're so in that song and so in your body and in the feels. That's what the energy of these cards feels like, and that song at the same time. And it's not even that song specifically, but it was the energy of the song that was building and building and building. And I resonate with the feeling of that so much, and it's been missing from my life for a while. I like haven't listened to music in a while, and then it's like I'm missing a piece of my soul, and it extracts, like I was talking about soul family and soul tribe, the way that they extract certain things from you and show that to you when you're in connection with them. They mirror it to you. Music mirrors certain aspects of you also. The most annoying question to me sometimes is like, what's your favorite music? And it's like, it's insulting really to even have to, it's insulting to the music to have to choose one or the other, because it just depends on my mood. It depends on what's coming out of me. It depends on where I am. It depends on, it's just whatever moves me, whether it's, my heart or my ass. It's just music is the only thing that's ever really gotten me in so many different aspects. It's like its own entity, its own personality. And I haven't been allowed myself to be present in the energy of music like that in a while. I've been isolated, and it means I've isolated myself from music too, because again, that extracts and mirrors my light to me sometimes. And I get chills from it, and I feel so deeply the energy of the music, the frequencies that it's trying to portray to me. It's like too much of me. It's too much me, and I've had to disconnect with it for a while. But I could feel that coming back just a little bit, and them wanting to portray that, like, let's just all breathe that in. Let's breathe in the energy of connectivity and vibration and frequency and love and artistry and passion and inspiration that, just as an example, music brings to us, but that we also bring to each other, and that reading cards brings to us, and the fun that's in it. If you could keep me floating just for a while. Look at the way she's floating like that. She's floating on this egg too. If you could keep me floating just for a while. Dave Matthews Band again. I'd like to show you what's inside. I don't care if you don't like it. Yes. I fucking love this shit. So it just takes us 360 all the way back to the very beginning, where it's like, I just realized I do not want to live unless I can be fully myself. And so I want to live. And so I'm demanding that from now on, I am living just fully as me. And I don't care if you don't like it. The energies of triggers from other people, that's their responsibility. I'm not attaching to judgment. I'm not attaching to other people's belief systems and the way they see me, or the way that they look at me, and the way that they want to hold me down, or the way that they reflect me keeping myself hidden in the past. I don't want that in my realm anymore. I don't want to focus on that anymore. So then I don't want to focus on hiding myself anymore. So if you could keep me floating just for a while, the thing that's really kept me floating is the breath and breath work. You see it's the number 29 card too, the number 11 card. I just keep coming back to that. That's how I come back into my presence, into me, into my authentic self. I have come back to the breath again and working with the breath, working with different breathing techniques in order to extract more of me. We oxygenate our brains, our organs, all the parts of our body, our multi-dimensional awareness with the breath. We can feed it with the breath and bring ourselves into, we feed our human body, but we also feed our divine body. And the more often we can be doing breath work and even just breathing deeper throughout the day, the easier it's going to be to come back here now to this resolution, to this this desire to live and actively live. Okay, so breath work for a lot of you guys and just coming back to the breath is going to be really, really important. Come back to just breathe again. Just breathe with me and breathe in the music. Sometimes when I wish I could turn this off and we could all just jam together. Fucking YouTube. And when that beat hits you and you can't help but move and just breathe it in. Breathe in that. Take it in. Receive it. Just receive it. That's a message for you. That's a frequency that matches your authentic self. So accept it. I accept the mirror of that. Yes, that feels real good. I love that. Does that make sense, guys? That's my jam. That's my jam. 22 people in here, 11 thumbs up. 22-11. Thank you, guys. Everybody go over and hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already. Okay, go and do it. It does help. Okay, so I'm just going to hang out with you guys for a second and just watch the chat. Did anybody else? I would like for someone to pull a card for me now. Okay? That's how we're going to do it. Ready, set, go. I will turn this car around. Yes. Reaching back from the driver's seat like this, like trying not to swerve off the road. Mother trying to split us up. Yes. Aw, Brooke doesn't have any cards on her. They're in her storage building. Okay, that's okay. We had other cards out. I just wanted to remind you guys too that I have a card reading workshop. I talked about this in the very beginning, but I have a card reading workshop for this coming Thursday, July 22nd, if you're watching this back later, at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So if you're wanting to learn more about reading energy through the cards and through, learning about your psychic senses, really, your psychic and reading energy, go over and book that. Okay. All the information for that is in the box below. What song was that, Karen? Can't Go On Without You. You Could Keep Me Floating Just for a While. It was Dave Matthews. I can't ever think of the name of it, even though I know the name of it. I'm so focused in on the beat of the music, the frequency of the music, and those specific lyrics that were drawing me in. I can't think more broad. So if anybody knows the name of that song, Ben, you might know the name of that song. Ronald was asking. I wheeled around because I didn't hear what she had said. And I was foggy, rather groggy. It's fish again. This is called Sample in a Jar. All right, Amanda said mastery, ego, and sequence. Karen, what does that mean? Number 38, many masks, authentic self fell out of the deck again. I like that. Thank you, Amanda. Mastery, ego, and sequence. If you guys have made it, if you guys are watching this back later, if you guys are watching this back later and you made it this far in the video, and even you guys, I'm going to choose somebody from this chat box. And I think I might give a reading to somebody or pull some cards for them or something. I'm going to look back through, I'll read back through all of these messages, and I'm going to choose somebody out of there and give them a little bit of a reading. But if you're watching this back later also, and you've made it this far in the video, make sure that you put a couple of hearts down in the comment box to show that you made it this far. And I'll pick a couple of people and pull some cards. Up on the rise bed. Mastery card, ego card, and the sequence card from your deck. Oh, I haven't pulled from that deck. I haven't pulled from any decks in a long time, really. This is the first time I'm doing a reading in so long. Oh, I can't find them because it's a really big deck. But mastery card, ego, and sequence from your deck. So when other people pull for me, it's almost like I have a hard time reading what that message is because my perception is different than somebody else's perception. And so the mastery card, ego, and sequence, what does that mean for you? Or what does that mean for me? What do you feel from that for me? What are you sensing? And I'm getting like solar plexus clearing right now. So it may have something to do with self-worth. But what are you sensing when it comes to that? Anybody can answer that, really, if you want to. I would love the feedback on that. Cindy said the splitting of egos is happening. Yes. The world card. Ooh, I love the world card. A brilliant success to go in any direction. A journey that is now complete. Yes, it's funny, I was shuffling too, and a leg up came out again. I feel like this portal time period is a really important time. Hi, Karen. I'm sorry that you missed it, but yes, go back and watch it from the beginning. There were a lot of cards that came out and a lot of information that came out too that I'm sure you'll resonate with. Danette pulled a couple, Karen, dolphin, and mouse spirit together. I heard take a leap of faith and daily tasks. Bottom of the deck is the lizard. Dream the world into being. Yeah, I totally resonate with all of that. Yes, definitely. And daily tasks, especially daily tasks. Oh man, that's one of the hardest things for me. And Danette, I thought of you today actually because I was trying to get some things accomplished. I was actually trying to get some things accomplished with my website, which God help me right now. But I thought of you also because you had told me that like one of the aspects that was revealed to you during a reading was that you can't work in the same space every single time. And I sat down at my desk to try to work here. And it makes more sense for me because all my cards are all up on my shelves over here on the wall. But I have a hard time with that too. It was like, I feel like I need to move my desk again, or I need to go to the library or something and get out of this house and go do work there because the daily work tasks, the logistics that go into like all of this stuff, and website work and answering emails and stuff like that. I feel like that needs to be done somewhere else. I need a change of scenery. I need a change of energy around me. And it's not always the easiest thing working from your house sometimes. So I thought of you when I was thinking about that today, like maybe that's part of some of the issue that I've been having is I need a physical change to get some of this stuff. Throat chakra. Something else there. There's something else. There's always something else there. But yes. Thank you for that. Snow White, you're mastering your ego and are in sequence with source. Ooh, thank you for that. Yes, that feels good. 1:44 on the time clock. So that feels really good in our alignment with source. And what I'm hearing too is the source of, so 1:44, it takes me back to the twin flame energy and mastering the ego in alignment and in sequence with source is revealing the codes of divine feminine I just heard, but also twin flame within me, the understanding and the depth of feeling twin flame and my twin flame energy within me. And like twin flame is anchoring unconditional love. It's anchoring that unconditional love within me that I have for myself, understanding and getting into alignment with what that is. It's like just emerging yesterday and today, and you guys are witnessing the way that it's been coming out and me declaring it. And it was always one of the hardest things for me, but really touching base and getting in contact with what twin flame energy is and what the love, how do you love yourself? What does that look like? What does that feel like? So thank you for that. New mastery of ego that is prepping you for a new sequence, steps, step by step. Thank you for that, Ronald. Shannon said flow with the energy. Yes, that's the hardest thing for me too. Well, they're all hardest things for me. They're all hard things for me, is to just go with the flow. I function best when I just go with the flow, but trusting that whatever comes my way is part of that flow, and flowing, allowing the things that feel heavier and denser and more negative and triggering, allowing those to flow through too and not attach to them, and allow them to be the lessons that they're meant to be. And had a little bit of trouble with that today too. So that makes sense. Release of the old. There's a new start coming in. We'll take a leap of faith, but you will be a success. Thank you so much for that. Bottom of the deck is home. You're working towards coming home to your soul. I love that. That's kind of like that. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. That energy of feeling like that rocking again. There's no place like home. With that soulmate at my heart chakra. Take a break when you need to. Yes, go out for a walk to break up the day. I try that, but it's when I come back into this home and come back into the office again, the energy in here needs to be shifted. I don't know if I just need to move some furniture around, or I have been considering moving too, like literally moving to a different house in a different neighborhood in a different state, really. But I feel like in the meantime, something needs to shift in this. There's something in this room that needs to be moved around or something. Enchanted spell oracle. You hit magic. Ooh, like that. I love it when magic is spelled CK at the end. Oh, Misty said she was born on the 144th day of the year. Look at you, twin flaming it up. Then I pulled 144. Page of Wands, 4 of Cups reversed, 4 of Pentacles. Almost put it back. What does all that mean, though? I will get by. I will survive. Grateful Dead. Oh, so much love to you, Epiphany. Thank you for being here. Love you. We will get by. Move your bed. Cindy, okay. Oh, that's funny that you say that, Cindy. I was just talking to Lloyd the other day about how I was considering moving my bedroom down here to this room. This is the healing room that I have, and moving the healing room upstairs to my bedroom, which is actually bigger. But the work involved in that is a lot of work to bring it down, especially if I move in a couple of months. But that's what I was just talking about the other day. Is I could either move my bed to a different side of the room or move it into this room. Do you guys remember when my desk was in my bedroom, the last place that I lived? It was like I was teased that I was up in the tower. I was upstairs, and that's where I worked from, up in my tower. And there's something to be said for raising that energy up off of the ground floor and delivering it from a raised space. And we were talking about that just a minute ago. That song was saying, float me up. Maybe that's what I need to do. Somebody want to come and help me move furniture and shit? Need some help with that. Thank you, Cindy. Powerful, imaginative, sorcerer, stand in your power, bridge between heaven and earth. Thank you, Kat. Yeah, I feel all of that. We're all coming home to our authentic selves, divine masculines and divine feminines within ourselves. We will see the reflection in the outer world when we see it in ourselves. Shannon, yes, and at the beginning of this video I'm going to post, it's all in alignment with what we're talking about tonight too. I said that exact same thing as I challenge you to always bring that energy back in yourself. And if you're watching readings for, to get information about a divine masculine or a divine feminine or something, watch it for this other person and get a gauge for where they are, but also bring that back into yourself. And where is that mirroring the divine masculine energy within you? And how can you shift yourself? And how can you move more into alignment with unity within yourself by extracting the energy from that message and bringing it back into yourself? It's so important to do that. Let go of judgment for yourself and forgive yourself. Look in the mirror, say, I'm sorry, and I love you with your hand on your heart until you really feel it. It's a start at least. I literally today just did that in that mirror. I was saying affirmations into that mirror and really, really looking at myself and really accepting myself and telling myself that I loved myself. That was too many selves. But I just did that exact same thing today. So yes, I resonate a lot with that. My friend used to tell me, wherever you go, there you are. And there's also another saying that I really love that says, wherever you are, be all there. So yes, being present in that moment and accepting you for you, exactly where you are in that moment, and being all there, living to the fullest of your ability to live in that moment, and then the next one, and then the next one, is really is the new way. One love just came on. Love how this works. Bye, Danette. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Just move my bed. Just move my bed. Everybody just move their bed. So I'm assuming that's what I need to do. Toying with making your first move, an idea. You're seeing a new energy come in, but you're holding on to something that's needing to be removed so that new thing can come in. Maybe the house thing. Yeah, it really feels like that. And there's something that came up today with my ex-husband too, that was mirroring some inner voices to me that I needed to confront. And it was something that was holding me back from really just trusting my intuition and going with the flow of moving. It was like answering to other people and shrinking down, shrinking myself to avoid triggers or the way that my light or my living, my decision to just live affected them and they wanted to. That's more important than me actually living. And I made that more important too. So that's something that I was examining too today, was why I backed off of the idea of moving. It was like I had to answer to somebody else in order to get, or I thought that I did. It was the appearance of that. All right. Could be like clearing out the trash to bring in more treasure. Yeah, definitely. And it's funny because the trash is supposed to go out tonight. So thank you for reminding me. Hi, Leslie. Hi, I'm so glad that you're here. Make sure that you go back and watch everything from earlier. There's a lot that came out in the readings, okay? All right. Bye, Amanda. Guys, hour and 53 in, I got to go too. And as hard as it is for me to tear myself away. Oh, I just cut the deck and this card was right here. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for existing. One love. What about a one heart? How about that? Let's give thanks and praise to the Lord. It'll feel all right. All right. I love you guys so much. I'll see you soon. I hope to be back on here again soon. And then keep an eye out for that video too that I have been talking about this whole time. Okay? I love you guys. See ya.